Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Welcome to the Ryerson Family Backyard Games. There will be obstacles to face and challenges to overcome. Are you ready?
Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch. Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I loved it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Welcome into this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Treasure Valley Game Night. Tonight is the quarterfinals of the 3A State Championship. Coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers, and the Idaho Transportation Department. Tonight we come to you live from Homedale High School, where the Snake River Panthers will take on the Homedale Trojans. Hi, and welcome in, everyone. My name is Clay Hatfield, joined by Zach White for what should be a good game tonight between the 9-0 Homedale Trojans and the 6-4 Snake River Panthers. Both of them come in as district champions, conference champions. Snake River won the Southeast Idaho Conference and beat Wood River last year by 28-10 to advance. And Homedale 9-0, the undisputed Snake River Valley Conference champions, coming in hot.
Dylan Fine. I mean, both teams have been playing very, very well so far. As for Snake River, they won their conference last year. They were the conference champions last year, and they're looking to repeat that again as they did. And Homedale, obviously you mentioned, Clay, 9-0 has just been a spectacular season for them so far, and it looks like they're hungry to win that state title this year.
Yeah, they have to be happy that they're on the opposite side of the bracket of Sugar Salem, who has been their nemesis for about the last 7 years, knocking them out of the playoffs consistently. So if all goes well for Homedale and everything goes as expected for Sugar Salem, those two look on pace to meet each other again in the state championship. But again, still a little ways to go for Homedale, still a little ways to go for Snake River or for Sugar Salem. And anything can happen, as we've seen in these games.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and you said it. What would a title game be like to play your arch nemesis in that caliber of a game? That would just be something special. But can't jump to any conclusions yet. Still got a long postseason ahead of us.
Junior offensive lineman number 61, McCoy Swallow.
So we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight: Teton Auto Group, MVP Rentals, 21st Century Auto Sales, Idaho Ag Credit, RST Inc., Evade Pest Management, Vance Dairy Construction, and Napa Auto Parts Homedale, as well as Flying S Title and Escrow, Elmer's Motorsports, C&B Operations, Sputnik, and Gateway Park. Thank you for all your support and helping us get this broadcast to you, the listeners at home. So as they do the introductions, they just introduced the Homedale Trojans.
Scott Tucker, Nick Stern,
Snake River elected to be introduced as a team. Snake River in their purple and white jerseys, purple numbers, purple helmets. Homedale, the red and white, red jerseys, white numbers. And we're getting ready here to do the coin toss as the captains step out onto the field. In what should be a pretty exciting game. So Snake River comes in not as hot as they would like, I imagine. 3-2 in the last 5 games, but as we mentioned, beat Wood River last week in the opening round of the playoffs. On the other side, Homedale, really their only losses in the last 5 years have been to Sugar Salem in the playoffs.
Again, that arch nemesis that consistently beats you year in and year out, but this year might be different. I mean, Homedale, as we mentioned, 9-0 this season, undefeated, and that's pretty much been the saying the whole last 5 years, essentially. But this might be a different team. I mean, this team could easily go to the state title game and win.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely loaded. On offense, they're led by quarterback Dylan Fine, who has thrown for 1,884 yards this year, 30 touchdowns, just 1 interception. And he's also one of the better runners on the team as well. 45 runs for 447 yards, 7 touchdowns. So you're looking at a guy who is the motor behind this Homedale offense.
Definitely. And on the other side for Snake River, quarterback Peyton Williams, again, another dual threat quarterback who ran for and threw for a score last. Peyton Williams, he needs another huge performance tonight if they want to have a chance to beat Homedale. But again, you got 2 really talented, athletic, dual threat quarterbacks going at it today.
Back to receive for
and Snake River won the toss. They deferred to the second half.
Number 25, Alex Sotelo.
So Homedale will receive it. It'll be number 2, Danny Lamelli, and 25, Alex Sotelo, deep to return the kick. From number 15 for Snake River, that's Kiston Seacrest. So, number 7, excuse me, the kicker's number 7, Andy Cerna. So, boys and girls, we are just about ready for kickoff here at Homedale High School.
Yeah, Andy Cerna, I was just about to say, Andy Cerna plays wide receiver, plays a little safety, so both sides of the ball, and he kicks for them. So playing all 3 sides of the ball is something very valuable to any football organization. So we'll see if Andy Cerna can not just make plays on special teams, but as a receiver and a safety.
So we have a little delay here before the kickoff. The White Hat saw something off field he didn't like. Looks like he's made that adjustment. And we should be underway here as there's the whistle to go.
Fun little formation to start the name.
Exactly. Fake like they might be doing an onside kick, but back off it. As Cerna steps back, indicates he's ready, gets the okay from his special teams captain, puts boot to ball, and we are underway from Homedale High School. It's going to be Danny Lamelli from his own 10-yard line, busting it up the gut across the 40, across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Great field position here for Danny Lamelli to get this underway.
Wow, what a great return. What great block setup on the opening kickoff to be able to weave through traffic. Those great blocks were already set up, and you get out to the 46-yard line, almost in plus territory if you're Homedale. So what a fantastic start for them.
Yeah, well, touchdown saving tackle by number 11, Wyatt Scott there. Otherwise, Lamelli might still be running. So here's Fine in shotgun. He's got Andrew Marston behind him. Man in motion is Brock Walker. There's the snap, the pitch to Marston. Marston looking for some room to run. Gets hit initially, was able to get away from it. Excuse me, that was Luke Henry.
Brought down for a loss.
Brought down for a loss by Connor Orr. So a loss of 5 yards on that play. 2nd and 15. Great defense there by Snake River.
No, very great defense right there. You could see that there was a little bit of a shift in the defensive line in that front 7 as they wanted some players to shift over and move over to the other side, and it turned out that really worked because Homedale had ran to that left side where they made that switch, and the right guys were in the right area to make that big TFL on first down.
So dropping back to pass is Fine. Fine has a man open, but he drops the ball in and out of the hands of Rafael Cuenca.
Intended for Cuenca. Broken up by number 19.
Looks like number 19, Justin Ray for Snake River was the one who broke up that pass.
So it's going to be 3rd and 15 now for the Trojans. So we'll see what Coach Matt Holtry has dialed up here for 3rd and long. They send in the play. They go quad receiver set down low, lone receiver up top. And Dylan Fine all alone in the backfield. Man in motion was Danny Lamelli. Fine drops back, flag comes in. Still on his feet trying to get somewhere, but he's going to get sacked for a 3-yard loss.
There is a flag on the play.
Imagine this might be holding. And I imagine if it is, Snake River might decline this and force them into a 4th and long.
4th and longer than where they are right now.
Hold Homedale. Do the decline. There we go. That's why we get paid the big bucks, boys and girls. So 3 and out for Homedale on their first possession. It'll put Lucas Hall into punt. And deep to return for Snake River is number 7, Andy Cerna. End over end kick, fielded at the 26-yard line. Cerna gets past the initial wave, but he's going to be dropped at about the 33-yard line. 1st down, Snake River.
A little bit of a disappointing drive for Homedale. You get that great field position off that great return, and then you go nowhere but backwards on that first drive. So let's see what the Homedale defense can do right here as the Snake River offense takes the field, led by quarterback Peyton Williams. As we mentioned, the senior quarterback, dual threat quarterback as well, who can make plays on the ground and with his arm.
Here's the first down handoff. That's to number 18, Johnny Jones, and Jones breaks it open. 17-yard pickup and a first down for Snake River on the first play from scrimmage.
Now that's a play to kickstart a drive right there. An 18-yard run to put you into Homedale territory. Complete opposite from what we were seeing from the Homedale offense as the Snake River offense immediately catching their stride right here.
So Jones in the backfield. This time dropping back, looking to pass. Good coverage downfield, knocked away. Great coverage downfield. That was number 3, Angel Nolasco. Angel Nolasco. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Nolasco just had his receiver blanketed and nearly picked that off.
I'm not sure what Peyton Williams saw down there. I mean, it was one-on-one coverage, but again, the DB completely blanketed the wide receiver right there, so maybe he was hoping for his receiver to make a play.
So Williams in shotgun. Man in motion to the top of the screen. Here's the handoff to Johnny Jones. And Jones is going to pick up about 4 yards on the run. Tackled there by big number 50.
Brought down by Brody White.
That's Brody White. So 3rd and 6 now.
6 for the Panthers.
So the Panthers go 3 receiver set to the near side. Williams drops back, pitches it out, has a man open, schluffs the first tackle, does Kiston Sechrist, and Sechrist is going to pick up about 4 yards. That's going to be short of the line of gain by about 2.5. But Snake River may be in 4-down territory here. We'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, you're sitting at the 39-yard line with the big question on: do you kick the field goal, do you go for it, or do you just put the points on the board? And it looks like
Cerna's going to come out and punt. See if they actually punt or if it's a fake here. Homedale's lined up like it might be a fake. Cerna gets rid of the ball. It's a high kick, end over end, headed for the end zone, and that is going to be a beautiful kick. It's going to drop inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. First down, Homedale Trojans in the shadow of their own goalpost.
That was an excellent punt right there. Honestly, the best case scenario, if you don't go for it there and you just choose to punt the ball, that is the best thing that could have happened. So props to Andy Cerna for pinning Homedale inside their own red zone, essentially.
So 1st and 10 now for the Trojans as they come out for their second possession. Be Dylan Fine in shotgun with Andrew Marston behind him. And here's the handoff to Marston. Marston's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. Tackled by a pack of Panthers.
Gain of about 4 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Trojans.
You can see the Homedale sign holding up a big cardboard sign indicating that this is the next play that they want to run. I'd say that's pretty creative.
Man in motion to the top of the screen. Fine in shotgun. Hands it off to Marston again. This time Marston met in the backfield, and he's going to be dropped for no gain on the play. Actually, they're going to give him a whole yard.
Looks like he's brought down by number 76, Lyndon Stone.
Number 76, Lyndon Stone on the tackle. So 3rd and a long 4.
3rd down for the Trojans.
So receiver high, 1 receiver low. Now that low receiver in motion. Fine gets the snap, rolls to his right, plants, unloads, has a man open downfield, and incomplete, in and out of the hands of Rafael Cuenca.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Cuenca, broken up.
That
nice
was
play by number 19, Justin Ray.
Justin Ray
brings up
broke it up at the
Trojans.
very end there. Was able to knock the ball out of Cuenca's hand. Brings up 4th and long now for the Trojans, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
Justin Ray doing a great job just being able to break up passes, blanket coverage, and essentially be an effective DB to break up those passes and not allow Homedale to keep getting those chunk plays.
Lucas Hall with the kick, a spiral. It's going to come down at the 47-yard line. And that's Cerna, and Cerna gets buried right there. No return for the Panthers.
It'll be 1st and 10.
It was number 25, Alex Sotelo, in on the special teams tackle. So 1st down for the Panthers. As we have 7:36 left to go in the opening quarter, still 0-0.
Haven't really seen a ton of action in this game so far, but seeing two stout defenses in a playoff game, you know, that's what I like seeing. That's what I call playoff football right there.
Williams in shotgun, man in motion, hands it off to Jones. Jones tries to go up the gut, picks up about a yard.
18 with the carry, Johnny Jones, short gain on the play.
He's met by number 11, Oakland Carson.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Carson able to get into the backfield and stop Jones from really getting any momentum. Kept him to a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 now for the Panthers.
Going with a 3-receiver set right here.
There's the handoff again to Jones. This time Jones is going to get buried in the backfield. A loss of a yard on the play.
19, Jones with the carry.
That's number 50 there on the tackle, Brody White.
No gain on the play.
So it brings up 3rd and 9 now.
50, Brody White brings up 3rd and 9.
So Johnny Jones, after an initial big run on the first play of the first drive for Snake River, has been shut down here on his last few carries.
Let's see if they trust him with this ball. And this is pretty 3rd and long where they trust Peyton Williams.
Williams is going to unload downfield, and it's going to be knocked away. Looking for flags, no flags intended for Kiston Sechrist, but broken up by Angel Nolasco. Brings up 4th and 9 now for the Panthers. So again, great defense by Nolasco.
Seems like we're seeing Nolasco and Ray for each team right there playing really good coverage. I guess you could say so far that they've been the MVPs of their defense so far by breaking up the long passes and not allowing any more positive yards to be gained.
So 4th and 9. Kick is away. It's a high, short kick. And it's going to take a Homedale bounce, and it'll be set down at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st down for the Trojans.
It'll be 1st and 10, Trojans ball on the 30-yard line.
Flying S Title and Escrow embodies a customer-first mentality in order to meet their customers' real estate transaction needs. Flying S Title and Escrow and Blackfoot is a proud supporter of Snake River Athletics and wishes the Panthers the best of luck at state. Gateway Park in Idaho Falls is bringing the mountain to town this winter season. Gateway Parks is a new tubing hill in Idaho Falls, located right by Ryder Park on Sunnyside Road, close to the freeway. It snows every day at Greatwood Parks. Have a fun time at Eastern Idaho's newest tubing adventure. So fake the handoff. Hand out in the flat. That's number 2, Danny Lamelli. Lamelli looking for some room to run. Gets away from the first couple tackles and is able to pick up 8 yards on the play.
That was a really nice juke right there. Just simply the step back motion of Lamelli and able to make a Snake River defender basically dive at nothing. So great play right there, as that is a good drive starter for the Homedale Trojans.
So 2nd and short now for the red and white. Fine in shotgun. And before the snap, we're going to get a penalty. I think it's going to be a false start. It looked like that snap came just a hair too late. And that's what it's going to be. So back them up 5, make it 2nd and 7 now.
Replay 2nd down.
So after a big gain on 1st down, it's negated by the false start. And Homedale's backed up. It's actually going to be, it looks like 2nd and 6.
Looks like number 6, Chance Martell, just checked into the game for Homedale.
So Fine in shotgun, 2 receivers to his right. Fine comes near side. He's going to keep it himself on a designed run. Looks for the edge, gets the edge at the 50, the 45, the 40, and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there for Dylan Fine.
That is we were talking about earlier how explosive he can be with his legs, and we just showed it right there. That was a great run, just getting to the outside, tight-roping the sideline. Huge run by Dylan Fine right there.
450 yards on the season for Fine rushing. And adds another chunk right there. So 1st and 10 now for Homedale, their first down of the game. Fine hands it off to Marston. Marston jumps into a hole. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play.
Marston with the carry. Set up by number 25, Clancy Howell.
So Clancy Howell with the tackle from his linebacker position. So 2nd and 5 now for Homedale.
That was the first play in Snake River territory right there. You want to see a lot of these plays. If you want to see Homedale succeed, you want to see a lot of offensive plays in their opponent's territory.
Cade Hall now in the backfield for Homedale. They get an audible from the sideline. Here's the snap. The handoff to Hall, and Hall gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Cade Hall with the carry, short gain.
Short gain on the play. That's number 33, Daniel Molina on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
So 3rd down, 4 to go for Homedale, as they may be in 4-down territory here. So fine with Hall, handoff to Hall again. Hall looking for some room to run, and from behind, the tackle, big number 89, that's Connor Orr.
Connor Orr did a great job right there, shutting the blocks and tackling the ball carrier from behind, making sure that he's not going to gain any extra yards right there. So now it is about 4th and 1 here. 4th and short, I should say. So if you're Homedale here, do you go for it?
Absolutely, and that's what they're doing. They're keeping the offense out on the field. 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. 0-0 from Homedale High School. Fine is going to call his own number. He goes up the left side, gets away from one tackle, gets away from another tackle, and he is going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. 33-yard touchdown run for Dylan Fine.
Dylan Fine with the keeper.
Dylan Fine calling his own number right there. You said it, Clay. Just another similar run to how he had on that big first chunk play. Just cut it to the near sideline, got some blocks, and uses that athleticism to weave his way around and use that speed to finish off that play. Fantastic drive, especially by Dylan Fine on the ground right there.
So number 24, Lucas Hall in to kick. It's up, and it's good.
Lucas Hall with the point after.
Homedale putting up the first points on the board, and as they are up 7-0 with 3:11 on the clock.
3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Your Homedale
So the Trojans draw first blood here.
Snake River 0.
For all your commercial John Deere new and used agriculture equipment, choose C&B Operations, Eastern Idaho's premier John Deere dealership. Visit C&B Operations at 1102 West Ridge Street in Blackfoot for all your equipment needs, or visit them online at www.deerequipment.com. C&B Operations in Blackfoot is a proud supporter of Snake River Athletics. So Hall will be on to kick it. Deep to return for Snake River.
Number 15,
and number 18 Kiston Seacrest, and number 18, Johnny Jones, deep to return.
Lucas Hall to kick it off for the Trojans.
They are just outside of their own end zone. So they're expecting a big kick here from Hall. Hall approaches, puts boot to ball, and that's going to be fielded at the 8-yard line by Jones. Jones to the 20. Jones to the 25, jumps into a hole, gets to the 30, the 32-yard line. Well, he'll be stopped there. First down for Snake River. That was Seacrest, on the return.
If you're Snake River here, you're coming onto this drive, and you need to get points on the board right here. You can't settle for another 3 and out. You can't settle to have to punt the ball again. You got to not only get into plus territory, but you got to drive that ball into the red zone and score.
And they're going to have to do it against a stout Homedale defense. So Williams in shotgun. Jones behind him. Here's the handoff to Jones, and Jones is hit in the backfield, stacked up and buried for a 3-yard loss. Getting up off the floor there in red is number 50 again, Brody White.
Loss of about 2 on the play.
So a 2-yard loss brings up 2nd and 12 now for Snake River.
There's that stout defense you were talking about, Clay. Especially Brody White getting in the backfield and be able to limit that play to nothing and even losing a couple yards right there.
So Williams again in shotgun. Jones behind him. Williams drops back, under pressure, gets flushed from the pocket. He's going to tuck and run, and he's going to be taken out on the near side sideline.
Bryden Mortensen run out of bounds.
By number 25, that's Alex Sotelo. So Peyton Williams with nowhere to go there. Excuse me, that was Bryden Mortensen on the carry. Picks up 3 on the play, brings up 3rd and 9 as we are down to 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter of play.
Snake River trying to have those outside runs be just as successful as it was for Homedale, but they're not really finding any success as of right now.
Yeah, Homedale holding that edge. Not letting any runners outside of it. Peyton Williams back in at quarterback. Gets the snap, drops back, looking for a pass. Has a man over the middle, throws too high. Intended for number 23, Marcus Coombs.
Looked like that pass went in and out of the hands of Marcus Coombs. It actually was a pretty on-point throw, just maybe a little high, led Coombs a little too far out front as he uses outstretched arms to try and bring that pass in, although couldn't quite corral it, leading to another 4th down for Snake River.
So another punt, 2 men to return for Homedale. Kick is away. High, end over end, fair catch. Called for it, takes a sideways bounce. It'll go out at the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st down for the Homedale Trojans.
37-yard line will be 1st and 10 Trojans.
Since 1986, Elmhurst has been Southeast Idaho's go-to stop for ATV, motorcycle, lawn, and garden tires. 37 years later, and Elmhurst Motorsports continues this heritage, now with an expanded selection of street and off-road riding gear, leathers, helmets, parts, accessories, and more. Mention this ad and get 10% off a snowmobile jacket, bibs, or goggles. Thank you, Blackfoot, for supporting our small business community, including Elmhurst Motorsports. So 1st and 10 for Homedale here. Fine in the backfield with Marston to his left. Man in motion over the top, coming near side. Here's the handoff to Marston going right. Picks up a few yards there.
Marston with the carry.
Hit and dropped by number 8, Landon Williams.
About a 3-yard gain on the carry.
Picks up 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7.
2nd down.
Going with the small ball approach right now, and that's what's been working for them today. They haven't been throwing the ball downfield that much. They've been using the players they have to just simply run, and it's been effective, especially when Dylan Fine's been running that ball. So maybe as a coordinator and as a coach, you want to give Dylan Fine more opportunities to make plays with his legs.
So Homedale shifts to the near side. There's another handoff to Marston. Marston patiently waiting for a hole to open up. Gets to midfield before he's stacked up by a pack of Panthers. Pickup of about 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Again, still going with the running. And I feel like I say this every time I'm on a broadcast, but if you run the ball successfully, that eventually opens up the pass later on in the game.
So 3rd and 2, here's the handoff. That carry is by Marston again, a pickup of 5 yards. That'll be a 1st down for the Trojans. With 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play.
Homedale just moving the ball little by little, keeping the ball on the ground, keeping that clock ticking, especially as they're probably looking to just end the quarter right here over the next play or so.
This should be the last play of the game. Fine drops back. Looks to pass, has a man open, caught. That's number 33, Brock Walker.
Completed number 33, Brock Walker.
All the way down to the 21-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Trojans.
1st down.
And that will be the end of the first quarter of play. Your score, the Homedale Trojans 7,
and that's the
Snake River Panthers 0 here on IdahoSports.com.
Homedale 7.
Sputnik is an international company meeting the needs of potato growers in both field and storage equipment across the globe. Sputnik's customer-focused commitment to the potato industry has allowed them to grow and invest millions of dollars in research and development in manufacturing methods and potato equipment technology. This investment continues to put Sputnik on the cutting edge of machinery development and as a partner with potato growers to feed the world. Their corporate headquarters are located in Blackfoot, Idaho, and Sputnik is proud to support the local high schools and the student athletes.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Flying S Title and Escrow, Elmer's Motorsports, C&B Operations, Sputnik, and Gateway Park. And you'll hear more from them as we proceed in the game.
Go get a hot dog, hamburger, tree show.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Homedale to start the second quarter of play just outside their red zone. Ball will be placed on the 21-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense.
That was the first big pass play we've seen from this Trojan offense tonight. Again, with all the run plays being set up, that last play, that about 30-yard pass was wide open in the middle of the field. So the run setting up the pass is exactly working to plan.
Fine gets the call, goes up the left side. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on the run.
Fine with the keeper. Gain of about 5 will bring up 2nd and 5 for the Trojans.
They might continue to call Dylan Fine's number. Maybe not with his leg, but maybe with his arm, as they are now in the Snake River red zone.
So 2nd and 5 to go here for the Trojans. Looking to the sideline for an audible. 2 receivers set high, 2 receivers set low. Low man in the backfield is Marston. There's the handoff to Marston. Marston gets hit at the line of scrimmage, but is able to pick up about 2 yards on the play. Make it 3rd and 3 now for Homedale.
3rd and 3 for the
You can keep it on the ground here, or you can trust Dylan Fine with his arm to make a play. But I think with how the drive has been going so far, they're likely going to run the ball, and especially if they do not get it, this is easily 4-down territory here for the Trojan offense.
Well, we've seen a good leg from Lucas Hall, too, so maybe a field goal if they don't pick up the first down. So Fine puts a man in motion, hands it off again to Marston. Marston up the gut, looking for some room to run. Tackle made by 53, who is not on our roster, but I'm sure mom and dad are proud of him at home. So 4th and 1 now. And we'll see what the Trojans are going to do. It looks like they might be sending out the field goal unit. So the ball's on the 12-yard line. This would be a 30-yard kick.
They're putting their trust in their kicker and punter.
No, they're
Lucas
not.
Hall.
They're keeping their offense out there.
Never mind.
So 4th and 1. I saw some personnel change, and they kept the offense on there, but a whistle before the snap, and this is going to be a false start against Homedale. Make a 4th and 1 into 4th and 6, and that may change what they do here.
Now you would send out Lucas Hall to go out and give you just 3 points. Although, who knows? Maybe head coach Matt Holtree has something up his sleeve, and he will want to go for it on 4th and 6.
See what they're going to do here. Some personnel changes. But it looks again like the offense is staying out there.
Yeah, you see quarterback Dylan Fine, out there for the Homedale offense.
So a single receiver set high and low. Man in motion to the near side. Find Broles to the near side. Looking for some room to run. Is not going to find any. Is going to be run out of bounds by number 89, Connor Orr. That's going to be short of the line of gain, and that'll be a 1st down for Snake River.
Really good job by the Snake River defense to bend, but they did not break, and they did not allow any points, keeping this game at a 1-possession bout.
So 7-0 Homedale over Snake River. 9.5 left to go in the half. And Snake River with the ball. Peyton Williams looks to the sideline to get the audible. Fullback switches sides. Here's the handoff to Jones. Jones gets hit in the backfield and will be dropped for a 1-yard loss. That's number 25, Alex Sotelo, getting up off the bottom of that pile.
Besides Alex Sotelo being down there, I just saw about 3 red jerseys corral the ball carrier right there, as Jones had nowhere to go, and he got swallowed up immediately as he was handed the ball.
So 2nd and 11. Here's the snap, but a flag beforehand. See what the flag is this time. Might be a false start. And it is against Snake River. Back them up 5 yards. Make it 2nd and 16.
On the Panthers, back them up 5. Replay 2nd down.
Offense being scooted back 5 more yards, so may change the game plan and how the Peyton Williams wants to guide the offense, or the coaches want Peyton Williams to move the offense here. We might just see another run up the middle, see if they can at least get some of those yards back to make it a more manageable 3rd down. Or they could take a shot down the field.
Peyton Williams in shotgun, gets the snap, fakes the handoff to nobody, drops back, unloads downfield, has a man open, but knocked out of bounds at the last second. That was intended for number 6, Royal Daly.
For the Panthers.
As an offense, it's always, as an offense or just a spectator, it's always scary to see when a deep pass gets tipped up in the air and that ball's still hanging in the air. If a defender's going to come get it, it's going to fall harmlessly to the ground. So it's always scary to see what happens there. But luckily for Snake River, the ball just fell out of bounds and out of play.
So 3rd and 16 now for the Panthers. Williams in shotgun, Jones behind him. Single receiver set high and low. Williams drops back under pressure, gets rid of it to Jones. Jones has some room to run. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. Still on his feet, still going is Jones across midfield all the way down to the 45-yard line of Homedale. That's going to be a big 1st down for Snake River.
Wow, Jones right there, relentless, not going down on first contact, and just being able to find the holes that he found in the defense where Homedale was not. So just a simple little flat route that successfully turned into a gain of about 35, 40 yards right there.
There's the snap again, the handoff, this time to number 33. That's Daniel Molina. Molina will get a yard on the play before being tackled by the defensive line for the Trojans.
Number 33, Daniel Molina with the run.
So 2nd and 9 now
Brought down by number
for
4,
the Panthers.
Sebi Larsler.
Larsler on the tackle for the Trojans. Here's the pitch to Molina. Molina drops his head, tries to pick up some yardage, but only picks up a yard there.
Like he was
tackled on the play by number 52, Caden Lane.
Looks to be about a 3rd and 8 right here. So we saw them convert about a 3rd and 16. So a 3rd and 8, at least in this spot, does seem much more manageable for them.
It's 3rd down. Trojan fans, make some noise.
So 3rd and 8. Williams drops back, unloads downfield, has a man open. Did he stay in bounds?
Pass is incomplete.
They're going to say he did not.
On the play.
That was intended for number 23, Marcus Coombs, but there's a penalty flag on the play. See what that's about. Illegal formation against the Panthers. That'll be declined to make it 3rd and 8.
The Panthers penalty will be declined. We'll bring up 4th and 8 for the Panthers.
Despite the penalty there, it looked like Marcus Coombs was trying to make his case to the sideline judge over there that he was in bounds, and he did maintain possession throughout that, but couldn't persuade the judge's mind over there, so pass was ruled incomplete. But what a great effort by him right there.
So the punt unit comes out. Cerna to kick. Deep to return for the Trojans is Rafael Cuenca. Ball hits the 25, takes a little Snake River hop. Down to the 16-yard line will be 1st down. Homedale Trojans with 6.5 minutes left to go in the first half of play. So still just 7-0 Homedale over Snake River. Both defenses came to play tonight.
They definitely did. I mean, only a few first downs that have been gained by the chunk plays, but other than that, we've seen quite a few drives with 1 first down, 0 first downs even. So both defenses, as you mentioned, have been playing really, really good football today. And that's what you need in the playoffs, especially when you get deeper in the playoffs and playing those really high-ranked teams. You're gonna need a defense that can hold its ground and be able to stop a high-powered offense, and that's what both these teams have been doing here tonight.
So Fine hands the ball off to Marston. Marston finds a hole and lays the wood on the defender. Picks up 11 yards on the play, but banged his tackler down. That was Johnny Jones, I believe, that took the brunt of that hit.
Luckily, Johnny Jones, his teammate right there, helped bring down Marston right there, because if there wasn't anyone else there, Marston easily could have stayed on his feet and gained an additional 10 yards, not more.
So 2 receivers set high. Here's the handoff again to Marston. Marston patiently following his blocker. He's going to pick up a couple yards before being tackled by number 25, Clancy Howell. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 to go now for the Trojans.
This drive is looking very similar to the last one in establishing the run. Just keep on running the ball. But when you get into plus territory, that's when you start airing it out, and that's what gave him success.
So 2nd and 8, looking to the sideline. No adjustments are made. Fine in shotgun. Drops back, looks quick hitter, finds Cuenca. Cuenca out at the 39-yard line. That's going to be enough for a 1st down for the Trojans.
Just a quick little hitch route. I mean, you didn't need that many yards on that down right there, so just get it out to your wide receiver. Let him do essentially a bit of the work and get that 1st down to continue that drive.
Johnny Walker on the tackle. Here's the handoff again to Marston. Marston just barreling ahead, picking up about 5 yards on the run.
Marston carrying the ball up the middle.
Number 10, Rylan Ibarra in on the tackle.
By number 53, about a 5-yard gain on the play.
And number 53.
Brings up 2nd and 5 for your Trojans.
53 still the unnamed player.
Yes, the anonymous guy.
Mom and Dad still must be proud at home.
So 2nd and 6 now for the Trojans. Here's another handoff, and up the middle is Marston. Marston to the 30. Marston looking to turn up the Jets to the 10, to the 5. Marston down at the 1-yard line, but a huge gain there for Marston. 54 yards on the run.
Wow, that was an electric play. Marston got this play super loud as the crowd got super engaged as he took that ball 54 yards, almost scoring a touchdown, but got stopped right at the 1. Gave a little juke about the 40-yard line. Great run by Marston right there.
So 1st and goal now for the Trojans. And before the snap, we're going to get, I believe, a false start against the Trojans. That's their 3rd one of the game. Just mental mistakes here early on. It's going to back them up 5, make it 1st and goal from the 7.
You know, these mental mistakes are not what you want to see in the playoffs right here. You got to stay locked in. You got to be as disciplined as you can because every play counts right here. And Homedale isn't able to keep up with what they're able to do and memorizing those counts. But they've had some big plays so far. Let's see if they can capitalize as they get pushed back.
This is going to be a timeout. Looks like it's going to be an official timeout. Oh, yeah, for an equipment adjustment. It's going to be Connor Orr that has to go off the field. So the official saw Orr was not properly equipped. He's going to have to go to the sideline and get some adjustments made to his helmet. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line for the Trojans. Marston and Sotelo in the backfield. Here's the handoff to Marston. Marston rumbles and finds it. Touchdown, Trojans.
Marston gets his well-deserved touchdown he needed right there. Got robbed of one. Essentially got robbed of one with that huge 54-yard run, but got his revenge right there as he puts that touchdown in the end zone to give Homedale a 2-possession lead pending the extra point right here.
So Lucas Hall out for the PAT. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is good.
Kick is up, it's good.
So with 4 minutes left in the first half, Homedale Trojans 14, the Snake River Panthers 0 here on IdahoSports.com. Flying S Title and Escrow embodies a customer-first mentality in order to meet their customers' real estate transaction needs. Flying S Title and Escrow in Blackfoot is a proud supporter of Snake River Athletics and wishes the Panthers the best of luck at state. Gateway Park in Idaho Falls is bringing the mountain to town this winter season. Gateway Parks is a new tubing hill in Idaho Falls, located right by Ryder Park on Sunnyside Road, close to the freeway. It snows every day at Gateway Park. Great for families, kids, youth groups. Everyone will have a fun time at Eastern Idaho's newest tubing adventure.
Man, that does sound like fun. Tubing, especially this time when the weather gets colder and it's going to start snowing.
A good time for all.
For the Panthers, Seacrest and Jones.
Seacrest and Jones deep to return the kickoff from Hall. It'll be Seacrest from the 10-yard line out to the 20, the 24, where he's met and driven back. That's going to be number 6, Chance Martell, and number 88, Jace Clover on the tackle.
Jace Clover.
As the Clover contingency goes wild.
Looks like out of a fan club down there.
1st and 10, Snake River. Trailing 14-0 here late in the second quarter of play. Fake the pitch, the inside handoff goes to number 15. That's Kiston Seacrest. And that didn't fool anybody. He was only able to pick up a yard.
Looked about to be a form of a double reverse right there. Fake it to one side, pitch it to a different receiver, but the Homedale defense was ready for it. And with the clock ticking, you got 3.5 minutes left to at least, you got to go down the field and at least score a touchdown to make it a one-possession game right here.
Yeah, Snake River will get the ball to start the second half, but you'd like to get that goose egg off the board before then. So 2nd and 9 now. Hand off to Jones. Jones met in the backfield, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. That's number 63, Noah Bowen.
Jones with the carry. Brought down by number 63, Noah Bowen.
This Homedale defense, this Homedale run defense, I should say, is being very, very stout and very, very aggressive in how they're attacking the ball. They are not letting any Snake River ball carrier get past this line of scrimmage. And other than that first play that the Snake River offense had, they've been getting shut down in the run game.
So Williams in shotgun, drops back, looking over the middle, has a receiver open, and that is caught there by number 23, Marcus Coombs. And that's going to be enough for a first down. Snake River.
Marcus Coombs, that connection between Peyton Williams and Marcus Coombs is finally being developed. We've seen that connection try to be done tonight a couple of times but failed, but that is the first time we've seen it tonight. So we might see more of that connection in the passing game for Snake River.
Williams drops back, looking again to pass, has time. This time he's flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be brought down by number 68, Michael Rose, after a 2-yard gain.
Trying to make some magic with his legs. Williams found a way out of past the line of scrimmage, but got tripped up only a couple yards afterwards. So trying to make something happen with not just his arm, but with his legs, which he can do. Couldn't do it on that play right there.
So 2nd and 8 to go. This time it's Mortensen in shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff and keep the ball himself, looking to get to the outside, but he is going nowhere. As number 1, Rafael Cuenca, sniffed that out. Just a 1-yard gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now for Snake River with 1:15 left to go in the half.
Rafael Cuenca, the wide receiver defensive back here, the junior. What a great tackle right there, being able to wrap up and not letting go as he brought the backup quarterback down, making him lose a couple more yards, which has been a little bit of a trend for Snake River tonight.
Mortensen stays in the ball game at quarterback. Trip receiver set high, one receiver low. Mortensen gets the snap, but before we can do that, we have whistles on the field. And it's going to be a timeout taken by Snake River here. And it comes with 45 seconds left to go in the half. For all your commercial John Deere new and used agricultural equipment, choose C&B Operations, Eastern Idaho's premier John Deere dealership. Visit C&B Operations at 1102 West Bridge Street in Blackfoot for all your equipment needs, or visit them online at www.deerequipment.com. C&B Operations in Blackfoot is a proud supporter of Snake River Athletics. Spudnik is an international company meeting the needs of potato growers in both field and storage equipment across the globe. Spudnik's customer-focused commitment to the potato industry has allowed them to grow and invest in millions of dollars in research and development in manufacturing methods and potato equipment technology. This investment continues to put Spudnik on the cutting edge of machinery development and as a partner with potato growers to feed the world. Their corporate headquarters are located in Blackfoot, Idaho, and Spudnik is proud to support the local high schools and the student athletes. So 3rd and 8 now. Mortensen at quarterback. Trip receivers high, single low. Mortensen fakes the handoff, drops back under pressure, gets rid of it. And that is going to be incomplete. No flags on the play.
Incomplete, broken up by Luke Henry.
Luke Henry on the breakup. But again, no room there for the receiver to even make a play on that ball.
Looked like Mortensen really underthrew that pass. It was just a one-on-one shot, but Luke Henry came out of nowhere from the middle of the field and just almost got an interception. But again, that pass was so underthrown he couldn't corral it in. So just really a duck thrown up by Mortensen right there.
Here's the punt. A low line drive. It's going to be fielded at the 28-yard line. And will be downed at the 37-yard line. So it'll be first down
Brings up 1st and 10
by Dylan Fine. And first down for the Trojans. 29 seconds. And all 3 timeouts left for Homedale.
I mean, you said it right there. They have 3 timeouts, 29 seconds left. You're sitting at the 37-yard line. You can make this a drive right here, at least get some points on the board. It doesn't have to be a touchdown necessarily, but you can get a field goal. Lucas Hall has been a very good kicker for Homedale throughout the season, so why not give him a shot out there if you can get the ball down the field and make it manageable for him.
So 2 receivers high, 1 receiver low. Fine hands the ball off to Marston. Marston up the gut. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play, and a timeout taken by Homedale. That's their first charge timeout. Gives us a chance to say, since 1986, Elmer's has been Southeast Idaho's go-to stop for ATV, motorcycle, and lawn and garden tires. 37 years later, and Elmer's Motorsports continues this heritage, now with an expanded selection of street and off-road riding gear, leathers, helmets, parts, accessories, and more. Mention this ad and get 10% off a snowmobile jacket, bibs, or goggles. Thank you, Blackfoot, for supporting our small business community, including Elmer's Motorsports. Lost a like to thank tonight's power boosters. Teton Auto Group, MVP Rentals, 21st Century Auto Sales, Idaho Ag Credit, RST Inc., Evade Pest Management, Vance Dairy Construction, Nampa Auto Parts Homedale, and Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. Downfield and incomplete, in and out of the hands of Cuenca.
Intended for number 1, Rafa Cuenca.
Johnny Walker back on coverage, just able to knock that out of Cuenca's hands.
Barely. I mean, Cuenca almost came down with a phenomenal catch, being able to corral it on the sideline, get both, not even 1 foot, both feet in, just couldn't bring it down, lost possession at the very end.
And there was a flag on the play anyway. It's holding.
Offensive pass interference.
Oh, offensive pass interference. That's going to be 15 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd and 20 to go now for Homedale. We'll see if they even bother here, if they just take a knee and let the clock run out. So 16 seconds left, 2 timeouts remaining for Homedale.
And a bunch formation on the far sideline.
A little hook and lateral. Gets out of bounds. That's number 25, Alex Sotelo, that took the pitch from Cuenca. That picked up 15 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now, and able to get out of bounds, so stops the clock with 7 seconds left.
7 seconds.
A lot of magic can be done with 7 seconds. I mean, you could throw it up, do another hook and ladder play, try and get into field goal range, or this could be the last play of the game, and again, you throw up a Hail Mary, see if you can get lucky.
Looks like they're going to adjust the clock from 7 seconds to 7 seconds. Not sure what that was about.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it looked like he got out of bounds with about 9 seconds left, so I think there should be at least a couple more seconds on that clock, but it looks like they're just going to keep it at 7. I guess the only change they made with it is they took the zeros off the scoreboard just so it says 7 on there.
So 3rd and 5 now for the Trojans. Fine alone in the backfield, drops back. Just chucks it down the field, has a man open. Oh, Cuenca looked over the wrong shoulder.
Pass is incomplete. Bringing up 4th down for the Trojans.
He had a step on the defense, was just not able to make the adjustment in the air, and that falls incomplete. So 4th and 5 now for the Trojans.
If Cuenca looks over that right shoulder instead of his left shoulder, he catches that ball in stride, likely breaks a tackle with how fast he's moving, and he walks into the end zone. We got an electric crowd out here in Homedale tonight.
You heard the squeal. Here's the handoff. That's to number 42, Cade Hall. Hall to midfield. That's going to be a 10-yard gain, but that will be the end of the first half. Your score, the Homedale Trojans 14, the Snake River Panthers 0 here on IdahoSports.com.
Coming up.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. it was a very wise choice.
Former regional champ and back in training.
That's commitment.
Ow!
Oh, tough start. This is not as easy as it used to be, folks.
And she's off, obviously pushing through some pain.
Every muscle is begging her to stop. How's she doing this?
I'm not even sure she knows.
Look at her go. And stop.
Come on.
And go again.
It's literally the home stretch. Whoa!
She made it. Feel the elation.
What fuels that kind of fire?
Idaho Sports Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of IdahoSports.com and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or for a loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Idaho student athletes.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news, someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Welcome to the Idaho Launch Halftime Show. Did you know current Idaho high school seniors are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money? Apply today. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction. Idaho seniors choose your education or training path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Idaho Launch is a new grant program that provides students a one-time opportunity to have 80% of the tuition and fees at an eligible institution covered, up to a maximum amount of $8,000, with approximately $70 million available for the Idaho Launch funding. It's possible for this program to offer between 9,000 and 10,000 awards per year. Applications open October 3rd. Head to nextstepsidaho.gov/launch to learn more and apply today. To qualify, students must be a graduate of the class of 2024 from an Idaho high school, homeschool, or GED program, be an Idaho resident, be enrolled in or have applied to an eligible Idaho institution, begin enrollment by fall semester after graduation, and complete a career pathway plan at nextstepsidaho.gov. Funds are limited, so be sure to apply before the November 30th priority deadline. Learn more and then apply today. Visit nextstepsidaho.gov/launch. Well, our scoring summary is pretty easy. In the first quarter, Dylan Fine with a 33-yard touchdown run. Extra point, good. In the second quarter, Andrew Marston with a 7-yard touchdown run. Extra point, good. 14-0, Homedale over Snake River.
I know, a really easy game first half recap, I should say. I mean, 2 rushing touchdowns that have really, I mean, that's been the definition of how Homedale's been successful so far is the running game. They've been able to find creases. They've been able to find gaps so they can just sneak past the defenders, and especially when they bounce it outside. It's not necessarily up the middle, other than that huge 54-yard run by Andrew Marston in the second quarter, which almost scored a touchdown, but he got stopped right at the 1. But it has been the running game that has been the most efficient for the Homedale Trojans. As for Snake River, you had a really good first play, 18-yard run by Jones right there. Then after that, your running game has really been non-existent. Homedale has a stout defensive line that has been really, really, really good so far, led by, I mean, Jace Clover, who's made a couple plays up there. Some of the linebackers have also been able to get through the A and B gaps and really do some damage. And even the passing game for Snake River, Peyton Williams has really struggled to find his receivers out there. There's only been one connection between him and Marcus Coombs so far. So, again, as I mentioned earlier, hope to develop that connection, not just with Coombs, but with his other players as well to get back in this game. You're only down by 2 scores, but based on how we've seen so far, 2 scores does seem a little insurmountable, especially as the game moves on.
Yeah, it is just 2 scores, and Snake River will start the ball with the ball in the second half. And look to see what they can do with that. And as you said, 14 points doesn't seem insurmountable, but with the way the 2 defenses are playing, it could be an uphill climb here for Snake River.
Definitely. And this has been a defensive battle. I don't think either of us were expecting this game to be like an absolute shootout. Like we were expecting to have to be like 35-28, but they get only 14-0. But Snake River with them getting the ball at the start of this half, they have to make a stand. They have to move the ball down the field, I should say, right now and prove why they should be in this playoff game.
So if you're making adjustments for each team at halftime for Coach Jeff Daly and Snake River, what adjustments are you going to make?
Well, first off, I think you got to get Peyton Williams. I think you got to get him to run the ball a little more, because clearly the passing game, it's worked at times, but another thing I would change is you got to just take more like short routes, like underneath routes, change up the game plan a little bit, because based on what we've seen so far, Peyton Williams has tried throwing the ball, and even Mortensen, the backup, has thrown the ball down the field about 6 times, and I don't think it's been completed once. They've either been very underthrown, overthrown, or almost intercepted. So if you're the head coach, if you're Jeff Daly right now, you got to tell both your quarterbacks, let's try changing up the game plan a little bit. Let's not throw the ball down the field. Let's not force the ball. Let's dump it down to our receivers like Marcus Coombs, like a Kiston Secrets, like a Johnny Walker who's been involved. So I think you just, again, have to trust your receivers to make plays themselves, but you need guys like Peyton Williams and Mortensen to get them the ball accurately and be able to make those plays.
Yeah, and Peyton Williams can throw the ball. He's thrown for over 1,200 yards this season coming into tonight's game, and 13 touchdowns. So he can complete the passes. They just haven't been there for Snake River, and you said a lot of them have gone downfield and not really to the short routes. So if you are the Homedale Trojans and Coach Matt Holtry, what adjustments are you going to make at halftime?
Well, for me at least, I would tell my defense, especially my defensive line, you guys are doing a great job. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't change anything. Keep applying the pressure. Keep shedding the blocks. And what they've been really good at tonight is being able to read where the runner's going to go. And we've seen, like Jones when he bounces outside, even Peyton Williams when he tries to bounce it outside the few times he has. Homedale defenders, there's been about 3 of them who have been able to be in the backfield just like that. So I'm telling my defense to just simply do what they've been doing. That includes the secondary as well. Now, if I'm looking on the offense, the offense has been very good in the running game, and I think you stick to that. But I think if you want to mix it up a little and try catching the Snake Valley defense off guard, which has still been very good tonight, try mixing in some passes. They don't have to be down the field passes, but there was one play, I believe in the first quarter, where there was a wide open receiver in the middle. It was number 33 who had caught it. It was Brock Walker, who found his seam. It was a halfback wheel running right up the middle, and there was nobody guarding him. So I think if you can incorporate plays like that, that will really help you, and they'll especially move the ball down the field to get you more points on the board.
Yeah, so adjustments are going to be made by both teams, I imagine. 14-0 here, Snake River behind Homedale Trojans. We have 2:45 left to go before the second half of kickoff. We're going to take a break, pay some bills. We'll be right back here on IdahoSports.com. The halftime show presented by Next Steps Idaho. The Idaho Launch halftime show. We'll be right back.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Former regional champ and back in training.
That's commitment.
Ow.
Oh, tough start. This is not as easy as it used to be, folks.
And she's off. Obviously pushing through some pain.
Every muscle is begging her to stop. How's she doing this?
I'm not even sure she knows.
Look at her go. And stop.
Come on.
And go again.
It's literally the home stretch. Whoa.
She made it. Feel the elation.
What fuels that kind of fire?
Idaho Sports Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of IdahoSports.com and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or for a loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Idaho student athletes.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to IdahoSports.com. Welcome back to Homedale High School, where we are ready for the second half kickoff to start. 14-0, Homedale over Snake River. It'll be Snake River getting the ball to start the second half.
Lucas Hall kicking off.
And deep to return is Johnny Jones. And that's who's taking the return up the field.
With the kick, returned by number 15, Sechrist.
That was Sechrist, Kiston Sechrist with the return. It'll be first down, Snake River at the 25-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10, Panthers.
Talking about our halftime adjustments for both teams, if you will, we had mentioned that Snake River really needs to just try getting the run game going, especially with the quarterback, and try involving some different plays. But the main thing is you got to get past that stout defensive line by Homedale right there. So you can't really settle for these inside zone plays up the middle. You got to make some plays down the field. And that's a great start, as that pass was on the money to number 7, Andy Cerna, but he could not corral it as he spun around trying to catch it. But I think if he just kept running, brought it in on the catch, like on the move, he would have easily gotten like 15 more yards out of that. However, spinning catch looked like he wasn't ready for the pass, even though there was not a Homedale defender within about 10 yards of him. So that brings up a 2nd and 10, only 9 seconds into this half. So still very early, but that's the kind of plays you want. You want Snake River to come out slinging the ball. And that, again, could have been a big play if Cerna could have hung on to the ball. As he gets the ball again, takes it for about a gain of about 5 yards. Little pitch to the far sideline right there. And you know what, get in the run game, you want to bounce it outside. You want to try tiring out these Homedale defenders, as if you try running up the middle, it hasn't been working all night, as they've been getting negative 3 losses, -2, 0, just really nothing going for Snake Valley running up the middle. But bouncing it to the outside may have a different outcome.
As Snake River is able to just kind of put little yards on there on the run game. See what they do here on 3rd and long. That's going to be Williams keeping it, and he's going to pick up about 3 on the play. Before he's tackled by number 25, Alex Sotelo.
Brings up 4th down.
So it's going to bring up 4th and 3 now for the Panthers.
Even though there was no first down resulted, I like what the play calling was. You throw on 1st down, you bounce it outside on 2nd down, and you keep it with Peyton Williams on 3rd down. So I like the play design, and I like the play calling. You just couldn't get enough yards right there. But we could see more of that develop in the 2nd half.
There's the punt away. End over end kick. It's going to fall at the 37-yard line. Take a big Snake River bounce all the way down inside the 20, inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Great kick right there.
Oh, yeah. Andy Cerna with a fantastic punt. Getting it down at the 12-yard line. So we'll see with the Homedale offense if they can move the ball down the field despite the tough field position to start.
So 1st down for the Trojans, and here comes the red and white offense.
Yeah, the red and white offense has been very good so far, especially in the running game, whether it be the quarterback, Dylan Fine, whether it be any of the running backs that have been, there's been like 3 running backs for them that have really been involved. So that's what they're going to start with.
Here's Marston with the carry. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Marcus Coombs on the tackle.
Marston not afraid to get down and dirty, not afraid to go run into runners instead of around them. I mean, there was one run near the end of the half where he ran over a defender, and if not for another Snake River defender being right there to help him out, he could have taken it all the way to the end zone. So Martin is a guy you have to watch out for, especially if you're the Snake River defense. Got a game plan for him.
So Marston again in the backfield, trip receiver set high. And the handoff again to Marston. Marston runs into his line and just pushes forward, keeps those legs driving.
Another run up the middle.
And it looks like he's going to have enough for a 1st down, Trojans.
Andrew Marston, I mean, he's only 5 foot. He's 5'11", so he's about my height, but he's 186 pounds. So he's a big guy. He's a big running back. He's tall, he's strong, and you can see by the way he's moving his legs and keeping on moving the pile. He's a guy that they are going to heavily rely on in this half.
So 1st and 10 for the Trojans now. From the 24-yard line. Trip receivers high. It's number 33, Brock Walker, in the backfield with Fine. Fine is going to call his own number and is looking for some room to run as a flag comes in. Fine is up the sideline, steps out of bounds at the 40-yard line, but there's a flag in the area of holding.
That's what it looks like the penalty is going to be.
And it is officially holding against the Trojans.
That's another holding penalty right there. I mean, they've been getting the false start penalties, the holding penalties. You could say that Homedale's been playing an almost perfect game so far, but the penalties have been really killing them.
So 1st and 20 now for Homedale. 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter of play. Send a 3-receiver set to the far side. Dylan Fine looks to the sideline to get the call. There's the snap. He's going to call his own number again. This time he has a little bit of room to run. Makes it up to the 24-yard line, so pick up a 10 on the play. Connor Orr on the tackle, so they got the holding penalty back. So 2nd and 10 now.
2nd and 11.
They managed to get those yards back by doing the play they did when they got the holding penalty, just calling Dylan Fine's number, having him bounce it to the far sideline instead of the near sideline, but still gain of 10. Really good job by Dylan Fine, as he has proven not just throughout the regular season, but tonight what he can do with his legs and not only what he can do with his arm. It's going to be a 2nd and 11, it looks like, for the Homedale Trojans as they snap the ball. Rolls out, throws it to number 1. Rafael Cuenca, thank you. And looks like he got hit almost like a late hit. I didn't see who it was, but the Snake River defender leveled him as he was stepping out of bounds. I'm shocked there wasn't a penalty on that. But you know what? It's the playoffs. You got to let these kids play.
Yeah, it brings up 3rd and 1, so a pickup of just under 10 yards on the play. But 3rd and very manageable here for the Trojans. Here's the handoff to Marston. Marston just lowers his shoulder. He's going to try to pick it up. He got to the 25-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down, Homedale.
Yeah, Marston got pushed back at the end. By that point, it looks like, the refs are calling it a 1st down and to continue the clock as we're now reaching the 8-minute mark in this quarter here. So Marston getting all the carries so far as a running back, I should say, and he's getting heavily involved, heavily used in this drive alone.
So Fine drops back, pump fakes, looking for somebody to go to, running out of time, and goes down for a 1-yard loss in the hands of number 17, Asher Allgood. And we have an injured Panther on the play.
Injury timeout on the field.
Looks like we can get a read on the number there.
While you're doing that, Flying S Title and Escrow embodies a customer-first mentality in order to meet their customers' real estate transaction needs. Flying S Title and Escrow in Blackfoot is a proud supporter of Snake River Athletics and wishes the Panthers the best of luck at state. For all your commercial John Deere new and used agriculture equipment, choose C&B Operations, Eastern Idaho's premier John Deere dealership. Visit C&B Operations at 1102 West Bridge Street in Blackfoot for all your equipment needs, or visit them online at www.deerequipment.com. C&B Operations in Blackfoot is a proud supporter of Snake River Athletics.
Looks like that was number 33, Daniel Molina, the senior running back / linebacker, who's made a couple really nice plays as a linebacker tonight. Trots over to the sideline to get checked out, but it looked like he got up on his own power. He didn't need any help getting up, and he was jogging, so he looks to be fine, and we'll expect to see him probably return sometime in this quarter, if not definitely by the 4th quarter. So a 2nd and 11 here. Homedale snaps the ball. Little screen pass.
Yeah, it's complete to number 2, Danny Lamelli.
Brought down by number 53.
Number 53, the unknown soldier, with the tackle.
Bring up 35.
Yeah, he's making plays all over the place. Yeah. Wonder on the roster we give us, maybe he might be number 54, maybe 57, maybe 52. We are not sure, but on the field it says number 53, and we do not have a number 53 up here with us, so. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 5 after the gain of about 6 on the screen pass to Lamelli as Dylan Fine snaps the ball and hands it off to, looks like that would be Andrew Marston again, just getting that ball and just moving it. That was 3rd and 5, and they trust him to get that 1st down, and he got it.
So big 1st and 10 for the Trojans as we approach the 6.5-minute mark of the 3rd quarter of play.
Yeah, Homedale's just really chewing this clock up. I mean, the Snake River first drive only took a minute and a half as Homedale got the ball with 10:30, and now they are already over 4 minutes on this drive, barely at midfield.
There's Marston again, just lowering his shoulder, powering ahead inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. That's going to be another 1st down, Homedale.
Marston here. Again, he's the go-to guy. He's the RB1 that this team needs. And as they are in plus territory, they are sitting at the, looks to be about the 40-yard line here. Another 1st and 10 for the Homedale Trojans here. Looks to be about 2 receivers down on the near sideline as they snap the ball. Another handoff to Martin, it looks like, and he gets shut down this time. Snake River Valley defense was ready for it. They've been seeing Martin run all over them this drive, and they're like, we're not letting it happen this time around. So looks to be a gain of nothing, as will be 2nd and 10 here for the Homedale Trojans. Honestly, if you're the offense here, you got to give Martin a little bit of a breather. Like, he's been carrying the rock, and he's gotten a bunch of big plays here and a bunch of tough, hard runs where he might need a little bit of a breather. And it looks like a bunch of the offensive players, including the quarterback, a couple of the receivers looking to the sideline for the play, and they're just chewing this clock up, but they're still getting first downs, which is very, very, very important here. Looks like Fine and Matson, as well as the other receivers, looking for a play. We got 2 receivers set on the far sideline. Another man Moshe's out. And you got a wide open receiver down at the 7-yard line. Looks like that was number 33.
Brock Walker.
Brock Walker with the huge catch right there. He has 2 catches for about 60 yards in total. I mean, he was wide open on the far side. A simple wheel route.
For your Trojans.
Just wide open right there. And it looks like got some formation subs, and the whole Homedale sideline looking over to see, like, what are we doing here inside the 10-yard line. But it looks like they have their play. Shotgun formation, 2 running backs along with Fine. Hands it off to Matson, and that is another touchdown right there. Andrew Martin, has been up the middle for a touchdown. You can hear the fireworks going, and Homedale, this rushing game for Homedale has just been electric so far as they score with 4 minutes and 6 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. I mean, tough running by Martin right there. You got a bunch of really, really good blocking right there, and just a great play by the offense. Great drive overall. As the PAT is good by number 24, Lucas Hall.
With 4:06 left in the 3rd quarter.
4 minutes and 6 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. It is now 21-0 Homedale, as Snake River really needs to get back in this game right now. So we're gonna see what the Snake River offense can do here after the kickoff. Andrew Martin just having a fantastic game so far. That is his 2nd rushing touchdown. The first rushing touchdown was 4 yards. This second one was about 9 yards. But, I mean, Andrew Martin, he's looking to be our Idaho Sports Player of the Game. But we still got 4 minutes, 6 seconds left, and another full quarter of football left. As number 24, Lucas Hall, who just made the PAT, is getting ready to kick off. And he runs up for the kickoff, and he boots it. Back to return, it looks like is number 15, Seacrest, up to the 30-yard line, looks like. So another solid return, but if you're Snake River here, you really, really need to get the offense going. And again, as I mentioned earlier, I liked the play calling. You gave Peyton Williams a chance to run with his legs. You gave the passing attempt, but dropped by Andy Cerna earlier. So if you can continue that, but at least get those completions and move the ball down the field, you're going to be in great shape here if you're Snake River. But first, you got to be able to move the ball, at least get into plus territory. So 1st and 10 here. Low snap. Peyton Williams is pressured, and he goes down. Sack right there by number 52 of Homedale. That is Caden Lane, the junior defensive lineman, applying the pressure right there. And that pushes him back all the way to the 18-yard line, as it is 2nd and 17. Not a way you want to start the drive right there. Not the way you wanted to begin that drive. Peyton Williams going back to the huddle after going to the sideline to get this play call right here. Going to his huddle, telling his offense. As it looks like they're still talking about it as the ref's going to go in the middle. And it looks like we got a timeout called for Snake Valley right here. So Snake River calling their first timeout of the half with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left. As the score is 21-0 Homedale. And Homedale is looking to really put on and very long, 3rd and 18 to be specific. As the Snake River offense comes out of the huddle. 3 receivers up top, 1 receiver down below. In shotgun formation, Williams takes the snap, throws it to, looks to be Marcus Coombs, number 23. Gain of about 8 on the play, so that'll be a 10-yard gain, excuse me. So it'll be 4th and 8 here. And it looks like we might be seeing the punting unit come on for Snake River. Yep, Andy Cerna back there to take the punt. He's been doing a lot of the kicking and punting doozies, as well as being a receiver out there. So, unless it could be a fake here, but we're assuming that deep in this territory, Cerna's just going to punt. And he does. Pretty short kick for what we've seen throughout the game. Takes a favorable Homedale bounce as it is capped off to be at the 45-yard line. Homedale Trojans offense is about to step onto the field. And I mean, if you're looking at this game like Homedale, you don't really have to change that much. I mean, the running game has been effective, especially we saw it on that last drive. Passing game, when they've had to go to it, has been very effective. Dylan Fine has been a very, very good quarterback today, being able to sling the rock all around the field, all around to different receivers, especially his running backs. So just a really just great job by this offense. I mean, and if your head coach Matt Holtree, you don't really have to change that much. You just tell your offense, don't turn the ball over. Keep doing what we're doing. Dylan, as in Dylan Fine, do you, my friend. So 1st and 10 here, motion man. We got a flag on the play though, but it is a pretty big game by number 42, Cade Hall. I haven't really called his name tonight. He's been on the field only a couple times. Cade Hall gets a gain of about 7. But there is a flag on the play, likely going to be a hold. And it looks like there was an illegal shift by number 3, Angel Nolasco. Now that's a guy we haven't really called his number at all today. Motioning out to the far sideline, starting lined up as a receiver, but then motioned out even farther. Got called for the flag right there, negating about the 7-yard run by the ball carrier. First and 15 here as we approach the 2-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. Trojans have the ball. Looks like a pistol formation here. They hand the ball off to, that is number 5, it looked like, Tyler Erickson. Again, another guy. We haven't called his number again.
Number 53, about a 3-yard gain on the play. 2nd and long for the Trojans.
That will lead to only a gain of 3, so a 2nd and 12 here for the Trojan offense. Dylan Fine looking to the sideline with the magnificent white cardboard to signal the plays and signal what they should be doing next. Coach is giving him the sign. Team going to line of scrimmage to call the play. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left and to right. A motion outside by number 25, Alex Soletto. Fine rolls out. Throws it down the field, and the pass is incomplete.
Intended for number 11, Oakland Carson.
Intended for number 11, Oakland Carson, who has made a big catch here tonight. Could not reel it in down the near sideline, just a little bit out of reach from Dylan Fine. That will bring up a 3rd and 12 here. As, again, Dylan Fine looking for the play. Got a bunch of receivers. It looks like they're going to have a trips receivers to the right. Offensive line motions a little bit over. Dylan Fine in the shotgun, empty shotgun. And Looks like there's still a little bit of confusion right there as everyone looks towards the sideline. However, Dylan Fine is ready, locked in, takes the snap, throws it down the field, and that pass is wide open, is caught as the receiver was wide open. That was number 9, Luke Henry out there, just finding a seam between the two safeties and getting open in the middle of the field for a massive gain, as that puts him into Snake River territory at the 37-yard line. Andrew Martson checks into the game with the big play, with the player just made the big catch. Luke Henry going to the sideline, as it looks like Martson is going to be the running back behind Dylan Fine as he takes the snap, and he's going to carry it and only get about a gain of 1.
Marston with the carry.
We haven't seen Martin out there, and again, the coaches probably decided to give him a well-deserved break after what he had done. As it looks like there's an injured Trojan on the field. Looks to be number 33, Brock Walker. Trainers attend to him, as it looks like both players will be going to their respective sidelines to make sure that Brock Walker is okay. Spudnik is an international company meeting the needs of potato growers in both field and storage equipment across the globe. Spudnik's customer-focused commitment to the potato industry has allowed them to grow and invest millions of dollars in research and development in manufacturing methods and potato equipment technology. This investment continues to put Spudnik on the cutting edge of machinery development and as a partner with potato growers to feed the world. Their corporate headquarters are located in Blackfoot, Idaho, and Spudnik is proud to support the local high schools and the student athletes. So if you could not hear the cheers, it looks like Brock Walker was able to get up under his own power with the trainers close by him to make sure that he was okay. So Brock Walker is heading to the sideline. And we also approach the end of the third quarter. That was a very fast-moving third quarter, and with 12 minutes left in the game, and the fourth quarter about to start very, very soon, it is the Homedale Trojans leading 21-0 over the Snake River. Elmer's Motorsports, a family-operated business in Blackfoot, offers a variety of tires, parts, and helmets for ATVs, motorcycles, dirt bikes, snowmobiles, and more. Proud supporters of Snake River Athletics, Elmer's Motorsports wants to outfit your rig and get you on the road toward your next adventure. Start of the fourth quarter here. So we swap sides of the field as Homedale now going to the north side towards the mountains. As Dylan Fine, looking for the play, has 3 receivers to his right on the far sideline and with a fullback right next to him. Fine takes the snap, takes it himself, has some blockers, and he's got some room. Dylan Fine again with the carry.
Down by number 10,
and it looks like that will be enough for a first down here.
It'll be 3rd and about 1 for the Trojans.
Excuse me, it was a gain of 9 yards, so that would be a 3rd and 1 right there. 11.5 minutes remaining on the clock. 3rd and 1, Homedale up 21-0 over Snake River. Let's see if the Panther defense can prevent another first down here. Fine takes the snap, pitches it to the outside. It's actually going to be a halfback pass, and he is wide open for the touchdown. Number 9, Luke Henry, takes the halfback pass and throws it to number 1, Rafael Cuenca, who just between the two safeties had found some space, brought the pass in, and scored a touchdown. So the offense getting a little bit creative here as, again, Rafael Cuenca was the one who caught the pass, and pending the extra point, this game could be 28-0. And the extra point was good, so it is now 28-0. 28-0 for Homedale.
28. Snake River 0.
That's a way to start. That's a way to start the fourth quarter right there, capitalizing on a pretty creative play call once again. I mean, you don't see halfback passes very often here, but you know what? Homedale decided to have a little fun with it. You're up by 21, so why not have some fun? And it paid off exactly what they were wanting. So now a 4-possession lead here for the Homedale Trojans. I mean, if you're the Snake River Panthers, you just got to be able to do something. I know Homedale's been undefeated. They are 9-0 on the season, but Snake River, you've been playing. You played a good first quarter, and then after that, it just hasn't really gone your way. So the Panthers should not be giving up on themselves. There's still plenty of game time left to at least try and get back in this game. Kicking off by Hall. Person to return it is number 15 as he takes it. Takes a little juke. Gets tackled down at the 26, but there is a flag on the play. Number 15, Seacrest, is the one taking that return. We'll see what the flag is in a moment. Looks like the penalty is going to be on the Panthers here. Looks like it's going to be an illegal block in the back on the return. So that moves the ball to the 15-yard line for Snake River, which, I mean, you're down by 28 points. You need to get that ball as close as you can to plus territory, and that just pushes you back 15 more yards. Peyton Williams in the shotgun. 3 receivers out there for him. Under pressure, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 10-yard line by number 52, Cole Preston, getting the sack. Only a loss of 4, but still a sack. First time we've called out Cole Preston's name. It's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Panthers right now. Peyton Williams running back to the huddle, ready to give his offense the play. So we got trips receivers to his right, 1 receiver to his other side, takes the snap, numps it down to number 18. That would be Johnny Jones, as he actually takes it a fair bit, up to the, looks to be about 23-yard line. Close enough for a first down.
It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
3rd and 1 for the Panthers right now. And if you're the Panthers, you have to convert on this. You cannot have a drive killer right here. It's like whistles are blown via the refs. Looks like they wanted to clarify the down distance and if the clock was running. So ball is snapped. Peyton Williams takes it himself, and that is a first down as a very, very tough run by Peyton Williams right there. Credit to the play calling. I mean, that's what we talked about at halftime. If they want to make adjustments, if they want to try getting back in this game, you got to trust Peyton Williams with the ball because he is a dynamic runner as well as a passer. So,
absolutely, and that's what they're doing right now. Put it in the hands of the senior quarterback and let him try to get Snake River back into it, trailing by 28 points here with just 9:22 left to go in the ball game. As Williams drops back, unloads across the middle, and overthrows his receiver. That was intended for number 23, Marcus Coombs.
Marcus Coombs is really, they haven't been able to connect, and I've said that multiple times tonight. He has about 2 catches tonight, but that was another time where Peyton Williams just overthrows him, and Marcus Coombs, being a pretty tall receiver out there, just cannot be able to corral it. So with that, it is now 2nd and 10 with 9:17 left on the clock. Does stop the clock with the incompletion. Got 2 receivers to each side in the pistol formation. Williams airs it down the field and is incomplete, but there's flags, multiple flags thrown right there.
Yeah, that's going to be pass interference against the defense, and it's going to be 15 yards and a first down for Snake River.
Looks like that defensive pass interference will be called on Alex Sotelo right there.
And we're sorry about the technical issues. Hopefully we're back where you are.
Looks like that was defensive pass interference right there. Looks like Sotelo never turned his head around to at least try and make a play. He just focusing on the receiver only, and you can't do that.
So Williams drops back under pressure, and Williams is going to go down in the arms of number 50, Brody White, with the sack.
Looks like Brody
White's been all over the place tonight, getting TFLs. I believe that is his first sack of the night, but he's been a menace and pretty much a nightmare for this offensive line of Snake River.
Yeah, 7-yard loss there brings up 2nd and 17 to go for the Panthers. And they are running out of time as we are now 8.5 minutes to go in the ball game. So Williams drops back under pressure again, nearly intercepted. That was Angel Nolasco that came blowing in and nearly had that pick.
Wow, Angel Nolasco dove about 5 yards to break up that pass and almost had a huge interception. Almost put Homedale back on offense right there. Luckily for the Panther offense, that pass was not intercepted. Now it is 3rd and 16 though. But at this point, I feel like you do have to go for it to just try and not have a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you have to try to score here. Williams unloads downfield. That was tipped. Caught. They're going to say incomplete. He didn't stay in bounds. That was intended for number 8, Landon Williams, who had his hands on it, just couldn't stay in. It'll bring up 4th and long now for Snake River.
It looks like we're seeing number 7, Andy Cerna, who has been doing all the punting duties tonight and has punted the ball 4 or 5 times tonight. Looks like he's out there, and they have a punt formation going. It looks like that's what they're going to do. Booming kick.
Takes a Snake River hop inside the 30, inside the 25, and it'll be down at the 22-yard line where it'll be 1st down Trojans. Since 1986, Elmer's has been Southeast Idaho's to-go stop for ATV, motorcycle, lawn, and garden tires. 37 years later, and Elmer's Motorsports continues this heritage. Now with an expanded selection of street and off-road riding gear, leathers, helmets, parts, accessories, and more. Mention this ad and get 10% off a snowmobile jacket, bibs, or goggles. Thank you, Blackfoot, supporting our small business community, including Elmer's Motorsports.
8 minutes and 21 seconds left in the ball game here.
Dylan Fine comes up.
Homedale offense still out there. Dylan Fine coming up from the huddle.
Trip receivers to the near side. Lone runner in the backfield. And busting through, that's number 42, Cade Hall. Pickup of 11 yards on the play.
With the lead that Homedale has, we might see some of the backups, especially the backups for one of the star players in today's game. Number 25, Andrew Martson, getting a little bit more of a breather since he has been a big part of the running game so far.
So 1st and 10 for the Trojans as they send a receiver high and low. Cade Hall still in the backfield. He's going to take the handoff again, following his blockers, and gets tripped up at the line by number 89, Connor Orr, after a 2-yard gain.
Connor Orr has been a very, very good player. One of the bright spots for the Snake River Panthers tonight, especially on that defensive line, being able to corral the runners when he can. Even get a few TFLs every now and then. So Connor Orr has been having a good game tonight.
So 2nd and 8 now for the Trojans.
Fine in the shotgun. Looks over to his sideline. Gets the audible in the play he wants.
And another powerful run there by 42, Hall. He's going to pick up 8 yards, and that's going to be another 1st down for the Trojans.
And that's another Trojan. First down.
Yeah, this whole half right here has just been running the ball. It doesn't matter who it is. They've been running the ball at an effective pace, and they've been very efficient on the ground. And it keeps the clock moving as we are hitting the 6:40 mark left in the game.
So the call comes in. Still Hall in the backfield behind Fine. Two receivers set low. And Hall again jumps through a hole, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play.
Gain of about 2 on the play.
Madden Palmer was in on the tackle.
Trojans.
Leads to a 2nd and 8 right here. Clock still moving. And yeah, this Homedale offense is in no rush to run any plays.
Absolutely not. No way. Take your time, bleed this clock down, under 6 minutes to go. Bonus points if you can put it on the board, but right now they're just looking to bleed time. Hall again, this time up the middle, gets upended. Nice tackle there by number 1, Bryden Mortensen, but 15-yard pickup, and that's a first down, Trojans.
That was a really nice tackle by Bryden Mortensen right there. I mean, we've seen him throw the ball a couple of times, and now we're seeing him on the back end of the defense making a really nice tackle right there.
Unfortunately, he had to do it from his safety position, which means that Hall picked up a nice chunk of yardage.
That clock is still moving. We just said we are at the 6-minute mark just a little bit ago. Now we're almost at the 5-minute mark here. Just taking their time.
Here's Hall again. Gets by the first tackler. Gets into the second level. He'll be stacked up there.
A lot of whistles being blown.
That's going to be a 9-yard pickup. Bring up 2nd and 1. Again, Connor Orr in on the tackle.
Gain of about 9 on the play brings up 2nd and 1.
I feel you can definitely see some frustration starting to mount from the Panther team in general because, I mean, you're down by 28. You haven't scored any points. The offense, for the most part, has looked pretty just not lively the entire game. So frustrations may be starting to mount for this team as they try to prevent more points and hopefully put something on the board as this game nears its end.
So 2nd and 1. This time the handoff goes to number 25, Alex Sotelo. He's going to pick up 6 yards. That's going to be a first down for the Trojans.
That's good enough for another Trojan. First down.
They're giving Cade Hall a break. Now you're throwing someone else in. Honestly, it's just going to be the running back rotation at this point. Give all the guys you can, as many attempts as possible.
And it's going to be Fine giving way to Xavier Urenga now at quarterback position.
The sophomore quarterback, Xavier Urenga, coming in likely for the rest of this game. 3.5 minutes left. You don't want to risk Dylan Fine sustaining an injury, especially in this cold weather, so just throw the backup in.
So Urenga in shotgun formation. Hands the ball off to Sotelo. Sotelo lowers the shoulders and powers ahead for a 5-yard gain.
We might be seeing more and more of the backups coming into this game. Lucas Hall checks in as well as a few other players coming into the game now.
And just transitioning in some of the backups here to get them a little bit of playoff playing time, and again to prevent any injuries to your starters. So Urenga in shotgun again. Sotelo to his right. Here's the handoff to Sotelo coming left side. Breaks away from the first tackle. Can't get away from number 9, Talon Cherry. Picks up 3 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Talon Cherry, that was a big hit right there. Used his whole body to be able to bring down Sotelo right there. 3rd and 2 on this next play as we're approaching the 2.5-minute mark now. And I feel like I can guess what the Homedale offense is going to do right here.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone in the stadium knows what's going to happen.
Just protect the ball, be predictable, and run clock. Sotelo with the carry again. He's going to pick up 3 yards. That'll be enough for a Trojan first down.
And that's enough for another Trojan first down.
Yep. I don't know if you could hear it. I mean, Clay just said it and the announcer just said it. Yeah, there's another first down as it's been only running the ball this entire drive. I mean, there's no need to throw the ball. There's no need to try airing it out down the field when you have this big of a lead and little time remaining for the Snake River Panthers to really do anything in this game.
And we're under 2 minutes to go here. Uranga in shotgun, 2 receivers low. Uranga hands the ball off to Sotelo again. Sotelo this time brought down from behind by 33, Daniel Molina, after a pickup of 2 yards.
Yeah, there's Daniel Molina out there. Sustained an injury in the third quarter, but he's back out there. He feels good. And at least with the remaining time in this playoff game, just you got to play it out, give your heart out, do everything you can for your team.
Yeah, Molina, one of the many seniors on this Snake River team.
With the win here, the Trojans will host Teton next week.
So we got a really big sub here as like all the backups are just coming in. You can see handshakes being exchanged from team to team.
As Fine checks back in victory formation. And he's just going to kneel the ball, and that should just about do it for us here, folks. So we're less than a minute to play.
Yeah, expect the Homedale offense to, again, just kneel the ball. This will be the last play of the game as it is 36 seconds and counting here. As Fine takes the snap, knees the ball. No one else even moved there. Fine was the only one on that field who moved.
And that's going to do it, folks. Final score.
As you can see, the Homedale Trojans charging the field as a team together. They celebrate as they are going to win this game 28-0 over the Snake River Panthers.
Yeah, great all-around game here by Homedale. Offense put up 28 points. Defense gave up nothing all game. And Homedale moves on to play against Teton next week. They'll play here at home. Date and time to be determined. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back to present our player of the game and wrap things up here from Homedale High School on IdahoSports.com.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Welcome back to IdahoSports.com, where we have went final. Homedale Trojans 28, Snake River Panthers 0. Just one more thing left to do, and that is to present our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Today's player of the game is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or the road. Be in the moment and free from distractions. Our IdahoSports.com player of the game is
Andrew Marston.
Andrew Marston, 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. set the tone. We're not sure how many yards he had from scrimmage, but it was enough to get the job done.
Yes, it was. 2 rushing touchdowns again. Really powerful running. Just a technically sound football player, if you will. I mean, he knew how to take it to the outside, take it up the middle. He was just all over the field. Just a great performance by Andrew Marston. And honestly, credit to all of the Homedale team. Just a great performance overall by them.
This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2023 Idaho High School Football Playoffs presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and IDEAL, Idaho's college savings program. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. This broadcast was also made possible by the great support from these local businesses: Teton Auto Group, MVP Rentals, 21st Century Auto Sales, Idaho Ag Credit, RST Inc., Evade Pest Management, Vance Dairy Construction, Napa Auto Parts, Homedale, Flying S Title and Escrow, Elmer's Motorsports, C&B Operations, Spudnik, and Gateway Park. Special thanks to Athletic Director Casey Grove and everyone here at Homedale High School for their hospitality and help in getting this game broadcast to you. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department, Andrew Marston. Thanks again for joining us as the Homedale Trojans defeat the Snake River Panthers by a final score of 28-0. For my broadcast partner, Zach White, and everyone here behind the scenes at IdahoSports.com, I'm Clay Hatfield saying enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here next week on IdahoSports.com for the semifinals of the 3A state tournament.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every.com.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your IDEAL college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with IDEAL, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.